So it's bill paying time, and maybe this month may be a little tighter than maybe last month, or you're scratching your head trying to figure out how to make it all work. Why don't we take a couple of minutes today and talk about this? Back in a minute. Good Sunday morning to you, or Sunday afternoon, or whatever time or day that you're listening to this. Hey, this is Jan. I'm from New York City, and I truly love helping people keep some more of their own hard earned money. Could that be? This could happen to anyone. Anyone could have a tighter month than the previous month. Anyone could fall behind their bills, even if they're really, really good people and go to work every day. Yes, 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 this can happen. It can happen to anyone because life happens. Things that we do not plan or foresee happen. We just sometimes don't know. And we all don't have perfectly followed budgets at all times, every single minute of the waking day. Just saying, just saying. But if you're in a situation where you're getting nervous, that you're a little bit afraid that you're going to possibly fall behind on your bills, or you're already there and maybe starting to at the very beginning part of falling behind on bills, take heart. There are a few things that can be done. And especially if it's done earlier, because knowledge is power. And sometimes taking plans a little more proactively at the right time can really, really help. So instead of waiting for things to become a gaping hole, start off at the teensy weensy pencil dot point of the hole. You know what I'm trying to say there. All right, so I have a couple of ideas that you might consider if you're at that point. Definitely, by all means, if you're at that point where the bills are very tight, you got to pay your essential bills, top priority, the things that really matter, and cut out, not worry about the things that are not a necessity. So we know what the basic, very important bills are, housing, food, clothing, things of that nature. I don't mean designer clothing, I mean something to wear, even if it's at the thrift store and whatever. Just keep what you have and do good with it, and not even make a purchase and stretch out, the stuff that you already have. So basically, you're paying for things that are absolute necessities. Okay. So that's one thing. You know, you can get little quick, little easy 1, 2, 3 type of jobs. There's always a demand out there for babysitters, house sitters, pet sitters, walk a dog, mow a lawn. This type of a job, if you could do it, you've done it already, whatever, you could earn quick, quick cash. So there's no like delay, and that would definitely help defray, your cost for your bills, and that will take a lot of pressure off. So whatever you can do, you do it quick paying type jobs. So make yourself available if you can, if possibly that you can could do that. So another option is to consider taking a moment and contact some of the companies that you're concerned about bill payment. For example, let's say a bill payment is normally on, let's say, the 10th of the month. Perhaps you can ask for an extension of time. Some people do grant that once in a great while, especially if you've been a good bill payer all year and you're asking for, like, for the due date to be moved up, for example, for 2 weeks later, when it might be much more feasible for you to pay that bill, but and then you honor, paying that bill, or maybe break it up into smaller payments. Find out if there's some sort of optional bill paying plan that would help you out. It does pay to make phone calls. Even if the answer is no, at least you know. Either way, at least you know. But if you get a yes answer for the help, that can make all the difference in the world. And by the way, during this upcoming week, at some point, I did a video already, it's pre recorded, about budget buffers and how important they are. And I get into it. And it's a good video. And I hope you have an opportunity during the week to give it a listen. All right. The fast money, like I said, is very important. Contacting the places where you pay the bills to help you out, extend some time to you. might work out. Now, here's a time to not be shy. Okay. There are times to be shy and there are times not to be shy. But if you need help, for example, and you need to go to the food bank, food pantry, there's no shame in that. There's no shame in honestly needing a little help and going to the food bank. And that, by not having to pay for the groceries that month, for example, for a temporary moment, you go to the food bank, food pantry, and get something that'll tide you over. And the money that you save can be paying down that necessary bill, paying it off. So that's a really good swap out. Again, there's not the time to be embarrassed or to be shy, and it'll be very, very helpful for you. Sometimes we get a bunch of gift cards, and sometimes many people put them away in a drawer and they forget it exists. But gift cards are of value. Gift cards are money. Okay. So, utilize them in the best way possible. If it's like a cash type of gift card where you could purchase, food, for example, or other necessity on it, go for it. So, double check to see if you have some gift cards that you may have inadvertently, forgotten about. Now, if you have an emergency fund, it is not there like the way a stockpile is not there, food stockpile is not there for a food decoration shelf. An emergency fund is for just that, an emergency. If you have to pay for your four walls, and the best thing you have is your emergency fund to help do that, yeah, especially if you suffered some unexpected job loss or whatever, you want to keep your four walls. You want to keep your utilities. This is the way I think anyway. Everybody thinks differently, but these are just some general tips and tricks, basically that I, highly recommend. And, like I said, emergency fund is not there just for the name only. And then if you do happen to use it, okay, once you start getting on your feet again, your bills have been paid, then you start earning some more money and replacing whatever monies that were there for your emergency fund. That is the whole purpose of it. That's why I can't emphasize enough. Even if a person starts with the basic, all the bills, the four walls, the utilities, food, things of that nature, all the necessary stuff, even if you get started with 1 month's amount, it's better than zero. Like I said, unexpected income loss, unexpected job loss, things could change at a moment's notice. We always hope for the best and we always strive for the best. But in real life, sometimes it's not necessarily going to be our favorite outcome. But if we're prepared with that plan B, it's a good thing to do. So don't forget to pay yourself first all the time. Keep up your budget buffers, keep up your emergency funds and your other savings, sinking funds while things are quiet and everything's, and you're just coasting along and moseying on along during those quiet times to take care, so to prevent or to be ready in case of times you didn't expect. And that could happen to any one of us. If you found any value in this video or any other video on my channel, please smash down the like button to help my channel. I truly appreciate every single one of you, and thank you very much for being here. Have an amazing, fantastic day. Take good care of yourself and your family.